This is Kerry Witta K. This week on Grown Men Chopping It Up. Um, I'm going to give a topic and a writer's rant, and I'm going to leave it at that. I know we've been gone for a while, but we've got busy lives, a lot of stuff going on and everything, but we're going to try to get back to you. Maybe have some interviews, things like that. But without further ado, it's Grown Men Chopping It Up. This week's topic, this week's writer's rant and Grown Men Chopping Up is brought to you by Triceratops sex position. The Triceratops sex position is when your girl is doggy style on the bed. You're under her with a finger in her anus, you're weighing in her thing, and a hand in her mouth, mimicking the great Triceratops. Ben, dude, sex last night was so good. John, what did you do? Ben, I gave her the old Triceratops sex position and she was done in seconds. You should try that at home. See what happens. So, my first topic is actually something for men only. We don't have a lot of men listeners, but this could actually help some women also. Now, the first topic is how to become the world's greatest lover. I guarantee if you follow these 8 steps, you'll be widely accomplished as a lover and able to give your woman the most mind-blowing, sheet-gripping, ear-splitting, window-rattling, multi-climatic experiences of her life every time after time. Time after time. So anyway, here goes. Number 1 is be trustworthy. Now, women open themselves up physically to a man they trust emotionally. If you lie, cheat, rage, or you're insecure about your worth as a man or a lover, she can sense it and will never fully open herself up to you. That means you got to have confidence in yourself. You have to exude confidence. You can't be fumbling around and shit like that. It's like if you're about to get freaky with her, right? And you reach back and you want to undo her bra. Here's the thing. You have to undo her bra fast, because as you know as well as I do, women change their mind. Women change their mind often, so you got to get that bra unsnapped. So if you want to practice on some bras that you see at Victoria's Secret, some shit like that, practice that shit with one hand, because if you don't do it fast, she will get frustrated and give up, be like, nigga, get out of here. So anyway, beyond being a good human being, a decent father, and a nice guy, you must know who you are and live with the conviction of your purpose, both in your work and with your woman. This is the key to a woman trusting you with her body. She has to know she's in good hands. So, use your hands good. Number 2, listen. If she doesn't believe you care about her outside of the bedroom, she'll never trust you with the secrets of her erotic pleasures inside the bedroom. How you respond to things she tells you about her concerns about work, her friends, the kids, and her family will determine how secure she feels to scream out in ecstasy. Like she has to feel like you're not going to laugh at her if she neighs like a horse, like you can't laugh at her then. Maybe bring it up later and have a good little laugh, like, I had you going. And when she tells you about her work, you have to, even if you're not interested, you have to seem like you're interested. You have to remember what's said and do those things like, oh, for real? Yeah, you may have to repeat back a thing or two just to prove you were listening, but keep the eye contact going. If you don't have the time or the interest to understand her mind, it will remain closed to you. This is the key to sharing her erotic desires. Number 3, hold her like you're a man. Stand in the fire of her heat and prove that among all men, you're her man. Take it until she is cooled. Don't cower, don't run, and don't shout her down. Hold her in a way that her fiercest emotions are absorbed by the depth of your love. That was poetic, damn it. Embrace her chill. Wrap her into yourself until her fear and insecurities are erased by the warmth of your unconditional love. Be the one who she can count on to accept and embrace her no matter how she's feeling, and reassure her you'll be okay with her through to the other side. Sometimes you don't have to say anything. You may just have to hold her, and that is okay. Hold her. This is the key to opening the depth of her soul. Number 4, thank her. For everything she does that wouldn't happen if you were alone. Thank her. Nothing is owed to you, so take nothing for granted. A relationship isn't about scorekeeping. Great lovers see relationships as 100 and 100, not 50-50. Thank her with your words, the occasional gift, your touch, and most of all with your eyes. She reads the depths of your love through the windows in your eyes. So if you lie through your eyes, she's going to be able to tell. So I'm not saying to buy her expensive Birkin bags and things like that, or whatever women are into right now, because my wife's not into that shit. Get her something that's meaningful. Like I'll give you an idea. Give her there's a company that allows you to give them a newspaper from the day that they were born. I don't have the name of it right now, but it's in my Rolodex as far as things, gifts to give, stuff like that. You can give her a newspaper recreated from the day she was born. Everything that happened on that day. That you didn't have to pay for, because game is usually to be sold, and I gave you that one for free. This is the secret to your woman wanting to fulfill your every desire. Number 5, touch her. Reach over in the morning and stroke her without intent. Touch her hand, squeeze her hip, or kiss her neck when you brush by. Demonstrate by your actions that you need to find her irresistible. Even though her breath might be kicking, just take it. Even if you have to turn her around. You can do all this from behind her too, because some women wake up in the morning and with the dragon breath, and it may be hard to take. So turn her around, kiss her back of the neck, kiss her back. She'll think it's you being sexy and stuff. You realize, that you're trying to avoid her breath. Needy stroking to coax her into the mood is never necessary when every touch you give her is filled with confident love. Let your touch be an energy of what you give rather than a signal of what you desire. Like, don't touch her in a way that's grabby or, make it not seem sexual, but more an energy of, I caress you, I love you, that kind of thing. And this is the key to making her every touch one a woman responds to. Number 6, see her. Take her in with your eyes. Steal a glance when she's not looking. Gaze at her with profound pleasure as she comes to meet you, and when you hold her in your embrace, look past her eyes and into the soul of the woman you adore. That's poetic too. So that's saying, look at how she looks when she doesn't know you're looking at her. You may see a different person. You may see another angle of her that you like even better. It's a look of recognition, acceptance, love, and understanding that defies words. It holds a power beyond the statement, I love you. Seeing her goes deeper. It's about knowing every quirk, having seen every imperfection, living through life's stresses together, and still having the peace and trust of total understanding and acceptance. This is the secret to opening her eyes and connecting her soul to yours in the most intense moments of lovemaking. Number 7, claim her. Overwhelm her with your love. Claim her with your kiss. Thrill her with the way you never stop dating her, and make her blush with your compliments. Compliment her about something other than her big fat ass. Or those bulbous titties that you like to motorboat. Compliment her about her skin, if her skin is good. Even if it ain't good, lie to her. No, I'm just kidding. Find something else to compliment her about, something that's believable. Don't compliment her on her hair if you know damn well that ain't her hair. So choose a woman that makes you want to live life fiercely, whose existence and yours makes you want to be a better man when you take her. Claim her with a passion that leaves no doubt that there's nothing you wouldn't do to leave her the most satisfied woman on earth. That means give it your best shot, fellas. This is the key to finding her open to your most intense passion and to yielding to your fiercest desire. Number 8, never stop. Always be trustworthy. Listen to her daily. Thank her for the little things. Touch her when she isn't expecting it. Hold her no matter what. Claim her every time. Claim her every time like it will be the last, and see her through the eyes only a lover has. Say what you mean, do what you say you're going to do, and do those little things that guy that's actually after her is trying to do. He's going to call her and be like, I'm not saying he'll call her. If this is a dude that has any contact with her, he might text her and be like, hey, how was your day? Hey, good morning. Hey, good afternoon. You got to beat this guy to the punch. But if she is your woman, she's not going to give him more attention than she's giving you. So you don't have to feel threatened by someone that may be closer or in closer proximity or around your woman more than you. Because if this is your woman, she's not going to give him the time that you should have. As a lover, you don't stop until you have shown her over and over that you will never have the full of her, and there could not possibly be a man so adoring or consumed with passion for what she offers you. This is how you discover a woman whose desire exceeds your own, whose appetite is never quenched, and who is convinced that her man is the greatest lover on earth. Those are the 8 things, gentlemen. Pay attention. Just take that in, listen to it again if you have to, but get that in you so you'll know what you're doing out there. Because women can sometimes be very tricky. Anyhow, my writer's rant of the day. Recently, Sesame Street writer came out and said, Bert and Ernie are gay. Now, I'm going to read an article. Someone spoke to Frank Oz, who's the actual creator and the voice of dozens of Muppets. So Frank Oz is the voice of dozens of Muppets and Muppets as one of Jim Henson's early collaborators. He's lending his voice to the debate over whether or not Sesame Street characters Bert and Ernie are gay. He said, I created Bert. I know what and who he is, Oz wrote, squashing the idea that Bert and Ernie were a couple. The decades-old discussion over Bert and Ernie's relationship status raged on Twitter after former Sesame Street writer Mark Saltzman told a blog called Queerty he wrote the duo as a couple, based on his own real-world relationship with film editor Arnold Glassman. It seems Mr. Mark Saltzman was asked if Bert and Ernie are gay. It's fine that he feels they are. They're not, of course, Oz wrote in a tweet. But why that question? Does it really matter? Why the need to define people as only gay? There's much more to a human being than just straightness or gayness. Oz continued to go back and forth with people, responding to his tweet who asked why the colorful puppets couldn't be gay. When a character is created to be queer, it is indeed important that the character be known as such. It is also important when a character who was not created to be queer be accepted as such, Oz wrote. A statement from the Sesame Workshop, which produces Sesame Street, initially said that the pair had no sexual orientation and that they were simply best friends. That statement mirrored a 7-year-old statement issued after a petition to have Bert and Ernie marry on the show earned nearly 11,000 signatures. But on Tuesday night, Sesame Workshop updated their statement to say that the show has always promoted inclusion. Sesame Street has always stood for inclusion and acceptance. It's a place where people of all cultures and backgrounds are welcome. Bert and Ernie were created to be best friends and to teach young people that people can get along with those who are very different from themselves, the workshop said in a statement emailed to NBC News. Oz continued to take to Twitter, telling followers he couldn't call Bert and Ernie gay because in his mind it wasn't honest. When asked why he felt the need to identify the puppets as not gay, Oz replied, the same need I would feel if Bert were identified as a linebacker for the Colts. It's not honest. He also wrote he was happy that people, regardless of their sexual orientation, were able to see themselves in the colorful characters. What matters is that if people see positive views of themselves and others in Bert and Ernie, Oz wrote. Eventually, Oz decided to bow out of the Twitter debate, thanking his followers for engaging in the discussion with him. Been tweeting way too long, but it was good, and I learned something profound. Thanks for those who tweeted with me. Next time, I'll be very interested to know if Bert and Ernie were indeed gay. Would they be different than they are now? And that's the last thing Oz wrote. Now, my thing is, it shouldn't matter if Bert and Ernie were gay. Whether they are or not makes no difference to anybody. I'm 40 something. I grew up on Bert and Ernie. I wasn't thinking about if they had any sexual orientation because they're children's puppets. They're reaching children. The children at that age is my belief only. Children at that age, I didn't have a sexual proclivity when I was 6 or 7. 5 or 6, 6 or 7. I'm not thinking about that. I'm learning how to tie my shoe from Bert and Ernie. I'm learning how to treat my friends. You know what I'm saying? They had lots of lessons that I learned on Sesame Street and Electric Company. It shouldn't matter if they were gay or straight. Why even have the debate? It doesn't change them either way. So I think it's a good discussion to have. I'm not against them being gay if they are, and I'm not against them being straight if they are. My sentiment is just that they are two people who taught me how to tie my shoe. Their sexual orientation makes me no difference. And the creator said they weren't, so he created them, they aren't. But it doesn't matter. They reached gay, and they reached people who turned out to be gay and who turned out to be straight and all the other orientations that people have invented. It doesn't matter. They reached people, and that's what I think their whole thing was, to reach people. This is Kerry Witta K. That was my Writer's Rant. And this is a short episode because Ryder isn't here right now. He's taking a break, but I wanted to get something out to the people that have been rocking with us from day one. And I'm going to start doing some interviews, things like that. We'll get back to our normal format, but this is something to put out there to let y'all know that we know that you want some more episodes and we will deliver. Until next time.